guys ready for this conversation regarding the Dr. Dennis mask? This died the night before my professional photo shoot. After a year and a half of daily use, it just gave up on me. And I need to talk about it. I discovered my LED mask 2 years ago. It was all the rave all over social media, and I was really starting to have some issues with my skin, and I wasn't exactly ready to go to a spa, nor had I found a spa that I trusted yet. So I wanted to kind of start from an at-home perspective. My intrigue began about 2 years ago, and I guess I took a few months to kind of do some research on what the very best LED mask would be for me, my needs, my skin, and my current beauty routines. I specifically chose the Dr. Dennis mask because I thought it was adorable. I bought it limited edition, so it was kind of around the holiday time. So you would get the mask, you would get 4 or 5 other products, the full size of the product. I was like, this is like the best deal ever. I had looked at a couple of other masks. I don't like the soft floppy masks, nothing against them, it's just not my vibe. And a lot of them also have like cords hanging from them. I don't like that. I liked that this was very futuristic looking, super cute. This had a limited edition hot pink color, which is my favorite color because Barbie at all times. I'm a busybody. I want to put my mask on and then I want to walk around. I want to make a tea. I want to make my bed. I want to do some laundry. Like, I need to be able to do all these multiple things at once. I'm a multitasker. So this was mostly conducive for that. And then it had the red, the blue, and the amber lighting. It would help with acne, which I get breakouts especially around my cycles. It helps with sun damage. I live in Miami where I'm out in the sun exercising, cycling, all these things year round. So it's helped with sun damage. It helped with spots because from my acne sometimes I would get spots. And I was also interested in like an anti-aging perspective. Like, I'm always interested in anti-aging. So that was really the main reason why I chose it. And I liked that each lighting, the red, blue, and the amber, was only 3 minutes. I'm like, that's convenient, that's sufficient. See, practical girly strikes again. The price point, it currently retails at about $450, $455. I got mine as a limited edition holiday set, and it came with like 4 or 5 full-sized products for about, I want to say I paid like $415 or something like that, because it was my first purchase with the company, so I got like a 15% discount. So for me, it was an incredible deal, and I intentionally bought it knowing that it would be a product that I would be using daily. If you follow me on Instagram, which you should, I constantly post on my stories me in all these different places with my mask on when I travel, in the mirror, on the couch with my dog. I love my face mask. It's my bestie. I definitely got cost per use out of mine. The way that I integrated it into my routine was every night. So every night I would wash my face completely clean, and then I would start with my light therapy. So I would typically start with blue light first, take care of all the bacteria, any bacteria left over on my face, which is also helpful for preventing acne. And then from there, I'd move on to my red light, which is for anti-aging, it's for evening the skin, it's for any wrinkles or creases you may have. And that was also a really big issue for me at the time. Even if you look back on old videos of myself, I had like dents on my skin, like my skin wasn't even all the way over. I used this every single night, and immediately I looked refreshed in the morning, and even when I was tired, I would always still look refreshed. So I implemented it into my nighttime skincare routine. My skin before consistent use, I've always had decent skin. I feel like it was a bit more dull. It was a bit more uneven, and one thing that was a big issue for me was my under eye. I felt like one of them had a bit more like of a sag or a bag than the other eye. And what I immediately noticed was like even skin tone all around. I noticed that even when I would travel, which was such a big deal for me, because when you're traveling, sometimes you're in a different time zone, or you're not getting as much sleep, or you're not getting good quality sleep. I noticed that even when I would use it, I would still look refreshed in the morning. I wouldn't look like a hot mess, tired or raggedy. Like, you know, when people are like, dang, you look tired, like, I wouldn't have that. I wouldn't. And in fact, no one has said that to me ever since I started using the mask. And people always ask me about it, and I'm like, you need this in your skin. You need this. You need it. So much so that my husband has one as well. Now let's talk about the results after having used it for a year and a half. What I noticed in my skin, again, immediately the glow. Overall, I had clearer skin. It was more even. I used to have kind of like a darker patch around here, and up here I had like random dark spots from previous bruises from acne. I remember I had a really dark one here, and I was like, this is gonna be my tester. And it went away. I think I started noticing results. You see a little bit of improvement every day, but I feel like it was overall more noticeable after 2 weeks. And again, this is me using it every single night. Whether I'm using just the red light or the blue light, or cycling through them a few times depending on where my skin is at, whether I have breakouts or I've been out in the sun a lot, so I kind of want to work on that sun damage. I would say after about 2 weeks after sticking to it, I really noticed a difference in my skin. This became a non-negotiable for me because, I don't know, I just became addicted to it. Like, I really noticed the results. At the same time that I purchased it, my life was really ramping up. Started a new job. I was full-time in the office. I was formerly remote, so it was just a lot of really big transitions. I was having to wake up super early to go cycling, to go to yoga, to go to Pilates, so I was really struggling to adjust my circadian rhythm to this new schedule, and I didn't look like it. Like, I did not look like what I was going through. I looked refreshed, I looked rested, I looked well taken care of, and it was honestly due to this mask, because prior to that, if I was going through all of that without this mask, I would be looking rough, not rested, not rejuvenated. You look tired, I would be giving that. I know my face 1,000%. 1 million kajillion bajillion 1,000%, I would say this is worth it. There's tons of masks out there from low end to high end, and I can't speak for all of them, but my personal experience with this one, this is worth every penny, especially if you're going to use it every single day as it's intended. For me, I 1,000,000% got my cost per use out of it. Dun dun dun, the malfunction. Now let's talk about it, okay? My face was cracked. The moment I realized it was broken, I was looking dumb. I realized how dependent I've become on this mask in my routine. It was serious. So not me, in my room the night before I have my photo shoot, of course, doing all my beauty, all my skincare. I would have my robe on, I'm all moisturized, oiled up. I just deep cleanse, double cleanse, oil cleanse my face. Put my mask on, kick my feet back, hit that start button, and what happened? Girl, why does only half of it work? I was like, what? I mean, devastated. I was so upset that I carried on. I was like, well, this side of my face, I will let her know that this is my good side for the photos. So for me, it was like, okay, here's my friend, like, she's sick today, but like, I had to bring her. Yeah, I was a little sad that happened. I had to also remember, like, it's not the thing that gives me my beauty. I am the thing. God is the thing. Source is the thing that gives me my beauty. But it really, really let me know that I've really grown so dependent on this mask. But honestly, either way, the photos turned out amazing. Skin was gorgeous, darling. Skin was absolutely stunning. So that goes to show that all of the back work that I'd been doing, all the hard work I'd been putting in every single day until that moment, it still was able to be on display. So what did I do? I absolutely contacted Dr. Jenna's support group. I emailed them and I let them know that I'd had this for however long. I don't know if there's a malfunction or something they could do. And so they sent me back pretty much a questionnaire asking the cord I was using, what the port I was using. They wanted to know if the mask even turned on, which it did, as you saw. And they wanted to know what was actually happening. So I sent them photos and videos of the mask that was like half lit, explaining, you know, that I'd purchased it directly from them. I sent them the date that I'd bought it. Now the thing that I didn't realize was it's only insured under warranty for a year, and I'd had it for a year and a half. So I had to disclose all of that up front. They responded very punctually. I feel like within 12 hours, and they're like, we're sorry to hear this, please send us all this information. So it was a great response. I got them all the proof and all the answers to the questions that they needed. I also asked how frequently I use it, and I told them every single night. And they're like, oh yeah, this is a damage or like wear and tear to the battery and to the LED light, and so we're going to extend 25% off if you'd like to repurchase with us. Of course, I would love to have my special edition one, but that was a special edition and they only have the regular one for sale right now. So honestly, if it's not obvious by now, I love this product. This is one of my all-time favorite wellness things. To me, it's worth every single penny. I've used it every single day that I've owned it. I've taken it with me on journeys and travels. It was with me in Amsterdam, Athens, Greece. I've taken it all over the place with me ever since I've had it. And even when it was down, I did do research to see, okay, well, is this a time for me to consider pivoting and trying another product? The other mask I was considering to purchase was the Shark. I think it looks so cool and futuristic. It's very gray and kind of alien-like. However, the sessions are much longer. It's like 20 minutes per section. It does have eye cooling, which would be a nice feature, especially for under eye bags, but it's also really bulky. That would definitely be something that would need to just be at home. It's about the same price point, but for the overall functions in my lifestyle, Dr. Dennis was a better fit. So of course, I decided to remain loyal and faithful and take that 25% discount and repurchase with Dr. Dennis. And this is not a paid ad. This is genuinely a product I've used for, again, a year and a half. And I just love it. And it literally just happened to die last week. And so I'm in the throes of having to reconsider where to go next. Have you ever had a skincare investment let you down? Drop it in the comments. I want to know. And if you're considering an LED mask for the very first time, save this video because this is everything I wish someone had told me. Make sure you tune in every single week for new videos. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. I really want to hear from you down in the comments. See you next week.